Welcome to episode 2 of the 5-Day Relationship Challenge. I'm Sherry Kubinick, relationship and confidence coach. And if your relationship isn't in the place you would like it to be, a really great question to ask yourself is the energy between my partner and I loving and supportive, or is it competitive and resistant? So this is huge. On episode 1, I talked a bit about how our limiting beliefs cause us to counter manifest or create what we don't want in our life. And where do our limiting beliefs come from? Of course, always from some part of our past. So your childhood, for example, was essentially your relationship school. And then since then, each of the relationships you've had have either reinforced those beliefs or perhaps created new beliefs within you. So when you're looking at the energy between you and your partner, you need to look back on what you've learned and what you've seen demonstrated in past relationships. So were your parents loving and respectful of one another? Or did you see them speak in ways that were really supportive? Or were they able to be very different from one another and still disagree with one another safely? On the flip side of that, of course, perhaps there was a lot of judgment and criticism between them. Or maybe they complained about each other or they blamed each other really harshly. Judgment, criticism, and blame are based on the idea that the other person, you, can't be, do, or have an opinion that's different from mine, or one of us is wrong. So it's a fear-based instead of a love-based vibration. And that ability to be supportive of someone, even when you don't agree with them, demonstrates, in fact, the highest form of love. This is what makes us feel safe and accepted in a relationship. In other words, it's saying, you mean I don't have to be what you want me to be for you. I can be me, even if it doesn't always serve your needs or suit you perfectly. And that's exactly what it means. And for many couples, this is a very foreign concept. I love you isn't I love you as long as you show up in a way that I agree with all the time. I love you is I love you, all of you as a whole person. So now the first question I always get when I talk about this is, are you saying that I should just let my partner get away with hurting me all the time? And of course, the answer to that is no. But first of all, as energy would have it, human beings respond and rise up to be the best version of themselves whenever they're fully responsible for their own behavior. So secondly, if your partner is going to continually try to hurt you, then you may need to remove yourself or remove them from the situation or sometimes from your life and send them love from afar. Because sometimes the best way to support somebody and to love someone is to remove yourself as the person who has enabled bad behavior. And I talk a lot about this in When Marriage Needs a Miracle, on the personality profile chapters around enabling. And the link to grab that book is below, or in my bio, depending on where you're watching this. So this is potentially one of the biggest problems that has been created in modern psychology or by modern psychology in relationships. There's this question that floats around all the time that, is your partner meeting your needs? And that question has led many, many people to the belief that you should somehow be looking to your partner to fill some void within you, or that you should, on the flip side of that, set yourself aside or put yourself at the bottom of a list so that your partner doesn't get upset or as a way to sort of gain your partner's love and affection. But this really creates an energy in the relationship that says that I need to change or you need to change or we need to mask who we are in order to feel loved and accepted by the other person. But of course, that's not what acceptance is. It's never going to work. It will never feel like true love. It's always going to feel like masking or some form of acting. And you just can't act your way to a happy marriage. So the kind of love that feels safe and free is based on supporting one another rather than judging and criticizing. And that is the energy that you're really looking to create between you and a partner. So I want you to ask yourself a question today. And the question is, what does love mean to me? And what fear-based beliefs have I brought into my relationship that have caused judgment to replace support? If you enjoyed this video and you feel like you got some value from it, please share it with your friends and subscribe so that you don't miss the next one. And I'll see you in the next episode.